Hey, all you investing lab rats. So we're going to start something different this week, okay? We're going to spruce this thing up. You guys have been kind enough to follow us on our Investing Lab webpage, on our Facebook page. We want to give you something of value, and we've always tried to give you something of value, but it's been a little discombobulated. So starting today, we're going to be on a format, okay? One, you'll notice that we're doing our recording on something more sprucey. You can see it looks like I'm in space here. It's a lot of fun. But one of the things is every morning now we'll do a market update, and that'll be our market outlook. Okay. And we'll do it on a nice little video like this. So you guys come on in and you can check out what we think about the market. We'll look at a few charts and stuff. The next thing is we're going to do a stock of the week, and we'll release our first one tomorrow. And this will be a stock that we think is a great company, has a great chart, and we'll do a little synopsis on it and just, some ideas from our brain trust to you, maybe you find something you make a lot of money on, all this stuff. That's always the idea, right, guys? And so a little bit more structured. So let's go ahead and play around with it today. Let's go ahead and share screen here. Let's pull up an old chart. All right, let's go look at the market. And you can see it's been kind of a fugly day this morning, huh? Started off like a banshee. We peaked here, and we had a second peak at that top, and it's been downhill since then. The last 5 minutes, a little bit of buying stepped in. We think this is kind of the theme of the market going forward, at least for the next few days and stuff. The market was real bullish coming out of the weekend, and then all of a sudden it just got that bearish sentiment. A lot of things going on right now. There's no more Trump. Right? The second impeachment is done. That is now off the radar. So now it comes down to, is this administration going to keep its promises and get this country back on track? We've had some flashes, right? If we take a look at it, let me go ahead and let's pop on over to CNBC. All right. Let's pop on over to CNBC, and you can see there's some things going on here that nobody's talking about right now. Again, we saw it this morning, right? We saw a bunch of people come on Fox Business News, CNBC, and it's all, yeah, we're in a bubble. We're all overextended, but it's different this time. Well, is it really different this time? I mean, one thing that's obvious here is with rates going up and the dollar getting beat up and stimulus and big checks and deficits, look at gold. Gold's not reacting. Gold is not reacting at all. It makes sense on these two metals because there's a demand for it. What else is happening underneath here? Well, that treasury, remember just a month ago, they were talking about it on CNBC and stuff at 1.2. If it gets over 1.2, that starts to get the Fed's attention and things like that. Well, it's now well over 1.2 and it's staying there. So there's some things happening, guys. And so be cautious. We talked about it with our membership, and we mentioned it a little bit with you guys. Right now, you should be going into this middle part of the year, second quarter of the year, right? We've only got about, 4 weeks left on the first quarter. Then we'll start getting data for that, and we'll start prognosticating about the second and third quarters. But right now, if you think about it, right, you've got unemployment that just can't get under control. You've got a Fed that's just buffering up the market. But all of a sudden, you've got inflation, the one thing. Now, they say they can keep it under control, but really the way you control inflation is to raise rates, right? And what's that going to do to the market? So we've been talking about it. We've been talking about it since late November, early December, that along with your options and stuff, we are an options trading company, but we are smart traders too. We understand that there's a whole other side to your portfolio. You don't have your whole portfolio 100% in options, right? You take maybe about 45%, you pop it into options, and about 45%, you get into some good stocks and stuff, things that are going to make you money over time. The Warren Buffett effect, right? Impatience, money from the impatient to the patient. So we think there's going to be some struggles. So we're recommending that, take a look at the stock of the week. We're going to release our first one tomorrow. And that'll always be a stock that fits right into that criteria, something I want to buy today and still own it 10 years from now and own it prosperly, right? With some prosperity in there. So like I said, guys, be very cautious in this market. You know, there's some underpinnings happening on it. The euphoria is still the FOMO trade, the fear of missing out. But when does that turn over? And we talked about it last week. At what point does this market say it's priced in the economic recovery? Because remember, the economy is still down in the gutter, but your stock markets are at all-time highs. All right, gang. So we'll see you tomorrow with the stock of the week. Thank you again for your support, and let us know how you like this new format, okay? All right.